Welcome back to HLCS Season 2. I think this is week 5 now. This time around, we have Jordan's Jorts versus Sammy's Hammies. That's right, this draft, or these teams were decided by team captain this time. And already, we have a Mumu banned away from Sammy's Hammy himself. And Nyla banned away from Liam on Jordan's Jorts. For the teams on Jordan's Jorts, we have don't look at those. We have Hubert, Liam, Cobi, and Jason Canto, not to be confused with Jason Wingard. Jason Canto making his debut into HLCS. And on Sammy's Hammies, we have Bobby, Quio, Basil, and Anthony. It's almost a Taiwanese reunion, but can you really call it the Taiwanese if Mr. Taiwan is not there? So, almost the Taiwanese, but instead, you have Sammy's Hammies, and they've banned away to Belveth. Jordan's Jorts banned away Quinn and Victor, two champions that Bobby has played in the past. Yeah, those are the two champions that Bobby has played before. No Yasuo banned this time, and Malphite is still open. Malphite is open. Hold the line. And Malphite's not banned! But Rengar is open! Oh no, Rengar is open. Rengar immediately first picked by Jordan. I mean, I imagine Jordan's going to be the one playing Rengar. But we'll see if anyone actually picks up the Malphite. Cobi is... I think because Wusong is not here today. Chris is not here. And though they were the main Malphite players. And I don't think Malphite is actually very likely, especially now that with that Trundle pick. But we'll see. I don't know. I mean, anyone can play Malphite, but we'll see if anyone will play it. Maybe Cobi will play it just for the presence value. Because so far, Malphite has been a part of every single draft in HLCS so far. But maybe week 5 is when it ends. At long last, rock solid shows a crack. And Kindred. Oh wait, what is that? Kindred. Being picked for Sammy's Hammies. It was picked by Basil before. One of the best performances we've seen in HLCS was on Basil's Kindred. But we'll see how it matches up versus Jordan's Rengar. And not just Jordan's Rengar, but also Cobi's Blitzcrank. I don't know who's gonna be playing Kaisa, but if Cobi's playing Blitzcrank, that means he's definitely not playing Malphite. And that means Malphite might not even be played this game. Malphite finally falling out of priority. I mean, this is the first game, I think, without Wusong or Chris. Yeah, this is the first game without Wusong or Chris, so maybe this is why it'll finally be left alone. Sivir locked in at the end of round 1 of picks. Not sure who will be playing ADC on Sammy's Hammies. Maybe it'll be Anthony. But I don't think Anthony plays Sivir. I don't know. Maybe Bobby's playing Sivir, but we'll see. As we look to see... I mean, Malphite can still be banned in this next round. Neither... Okay, there it is. Malphite banned away! Okay, I'll shut up about Malphite now. He is banned in the second round, finally. Which is confusing. I thought maybe they would keep it open because Kindred could be a pretty good denial from Malphite ultimate, as well as Trundle being able to ult Malphite to make him basically just paper thin. It also makes Trundle super tanky. But 2 top laners will be banned out. Akali being banned away from Bobby as well. Morgana also being banned. The classic Blitzcrank counter. Don't want to see that in the hands of Sammy's Hammies. But yeah, Jax being banned is a good pick. Is a good ban, I think, because Jax in general is just a really strong champion, especially in a split push situation. And I think that's what this Trundle is going towards because, I mean, Unless they're pulling some really weird, like, they're cooking up something real weird in the kitchen with Kindred. I'm pretty sure Trundle is gonna go top. So Jax will probably be um, a good ban against Trundle. You know, given that maybe Malphite would be pretty tough for Trundle as well, so it makes sense to ban Malphite. But there's still a lot of picks left in the top lane that I think will do well in the Trundle. I don't think anyone will pick them though, because I don't think anyone really plays Ornn. Actually, would Ornn be good in the Trundle? Who would be good in the Trundle? I don't have this kind of knowledge, but we'll see. Nautilus being picked, a good blind pick, or that's not a blind pick, but a good pick into Blitzcrank in my opinion. A hook champion for a hook champion, as Ahri's locked in for Jordan's Jorts. I'm not sure what kind of champion pool Jason Canto has, but I don't even know what rank he is. What does it say here? Um, Prodigy. He's Plat 1? Is that real? Or is it like TFT? Oh my god. What? Okay. Well, I mean, he's not as high rank as Bobby or Liam, but still, Plat 1 is nothing to scoff at. Is Mordekaiser going to be rounding out the draft for Jordan's Jorts? A lot of magic damage on Jordan's Jorts, besides, you know, obviously Kaisa and Rengar. So, it's actually a pretty good damage spread all around. Meanwhile, for Sammy's Hammies, Veigar will be the last pick. Oh, not sure who that's going to, but I would imagine it's going towards Bobby. Other than that, I assume Basil will be playing Kindred. I assume, I guess Anthony's playing Sivir, which is odd. Basil and Trundle. If Trundle gets picked top lane, that might be Trundle might have been played in the most
I don't
positions
blame
now.
you. I'm quite strong. I'd keep my head down if I were you.
Then Quio, I guess, is on support. No, wait, Basil should no, Basil's playing Kindred for sure. Oh, Sam. Sam's playing Nautilus. I'm so stupid. Yeah. Okay. Sure. As for the rest of the draft, I think there's a lot of pick potential from Jordan's Jorts. I mean, it's always going to be the case with the Blitzcrank, but now you have a Rengar and Ahri to capitalize on those picks as well. So really going to be able to burst down any of the anyone singled out from Sammy's Hammies. I don't think anyone is tanky enough to survive a Blitzcrank hook into all that. So Sammy's Hammy is going to have to be really cognizant of these Blitzcrank hooks.
Is the first of many foes.
Sivir needs to be good on the spell shield. Kindred needs to be good on the ultimate, I guess. But everyone else needs to just dodge. Dodge like the life depends on it, because it does. Nautilus mid? I don't think it's the case. But as for the rest of as for Sammy's Hammies, I think it's not completely doomed. They have so much damage. The problem is, like I mentioned, they're kind of lacking a front line. Trundle, Nautilus are decent, but if they get picked apart by Jordan's Jorts, like if Blitzcrank is able to hook one away and Mordekaiser ults the other, then look what you've got. You've got a compromised Trundle or Nautilus and 3 squishies versus Ahri, Rengar, Kaisa. Especially the new Kaisa build with the Duskblade, Umbral Glaive, Nashers. It's very burst heavy. So what happened? Well, we're gonna have to wait a bit because something happened in draft. He like didn't pick his champion or something. Oh man. But yeah. We're padding the runtime, I guess. Anti-spoiler plant. in case it. No, that only works if you put it at the end. What am I talking about? It's okay. Everyone skips this part anyway. Um, wonder what kind of build Trundle's gonna go. I would imagine it'll be split push heavy with a typical Divine Sunder into Hullbreaker maybe. But will that be enough to? I don't know if this is like a split pushing comp, right? Because Sammy's Hammies, they can try to play safe while Trundle split pushes, but again, Jordan's Jorts just have um, so much burst, right? I guess they kind of lack an engage. The only real engage is a Blitzcrank hook or a good charm from Ahri, good Everfrost, even. But other than that, no real hard engage. Nothing like Nautilus at least. Veigar will be a really good zoning tool though against 3 melee champions. So I guess Sammy's got that going for them. But I'm really interested to see how this plays out macro-wise. Whenever these kind of pick comps are locked in, I'm never like sure how the game is gonna go because it really does just depend on how if Cobi is feeling it or not, because they're putting a lot of
The first of many foes.
a lot of faith that Kobe's gonna be able to make this Blitzcrank work. Because without the Blitzcrank, they just kind of have to run at a Nautilus Veigar as well as a Kindred Sivir kiting away, and we can even throw in a Trundle pillar. So it may be a bit difficult for Jordan's Jorts to navigate a 5-on-5 team fight, but their hope is that it will never be a 5-on-5 team fight. They'll make it a 4v5, maybe a 3v5 if Trundle is split pushing as well. Will be interesting to see for Drake contests and Baron setups. You know, Sam has the highest vision score in HLCS, followed by Wusong, but Wusong's not here. So maybe there's something with like if they can deny enough vision from Jordan's Jorts and if they play around it well enough, like they're just not they shouldn't be caught out too much. But I trust everyone. Hammies is smart enough to not get caught out anyway. But yes, finally we are starting. Oh, wait a second. Jordan is not actually the one playing Rengar. I thought for sure Jordan was playing Rengar. But it's actually not. It's Jason Canto. So Jason Canto in the jungle. Liam is playing Ahri. I think he wanted to go against Bobby, I think. That was intentional. I don't think I've ever seen him play Ahri. Kaisa finally locked in for Hubert. I don't remember if Hubert's actually played Kaisa before in HLCS. I always say he's a Kaisa one trick, but he's not actually a Kaisa one trick. I just like saying that. He's an ADC main that used to play Kaisa a lot. But in HLCS, I don't think he's actually pulled out Kaisa that often. Normally it's you see the Xayah or the Ezreal and the one-time Jinx. But has Hubert played Kaisa before? I'm not too sure. I did not study this beforehand. I'm not even sure if this is the first Sivir pick either. I'm not sure of anything actually. Is this the first Ahri pick? No. Maggie's played Ahri. I think it is the first Veigar pick though. In any case, even if it's not first one, it's the first time in a while. Like Kindred. Last time we saw Basil's Kindred, he completely popped off. He was like 13-2. The game was over in 20 minutes. It was complete stomp. And yeah, Basil was able to get so many of those marks and was so strong and snowballed out of control. Now, what's great about pick comps like Jordan's Jorts has is that no matter how fed Kindred gets, a Blitzcrank hook into a silence, into a knock up, into a charm. Like Kindred's not Basil's not gonna be able to ult. He's not gonna be able to get out. He's not gonna be able to flash. So it's really about trying to isolate the carries from the rest of the team. And Sammy's needs to make sure that that does not happen. They have the tools to do it. Like I said, Veigar Cage will be very instrumental in creating the space for Sammy's to kite back to kind of outrange, because they do have the range advantage. They have Sivir, Veigar, Kindred versus, I mean, Ahri and Kaisa, but it's like, I believe that these team fights, if it goes on long without anyone dying, it will eventually just turn um into favor of Sammy's Hammies. But yeah, as 5 more seconds for spectator delay. Blitzcrank let through this time. They were Sammy's Hammies opting to bang Kobe's Garen instead of his Blitzcrank. So yeah, it's definitely these the HLCS meta is definitely becoming defined as certain players are becoming known for their champions. Cobi, his worth definitely much higher than his fantasy score will tell you. So it's cool to see how the draft has warped around him. Because they banned Garen, but not only that, they also banned Morgana. Or his own team has to ban Morgana to make sure that Cobi can really have a good game this game. And it's not Bobby in the mid lane. It's Bobby top lane. He did say that's right. He did say he was thinking about playing top lane, and it looks like it's Mr. Trundle in the top lane with TP and Ignite. Oh my goodness. It'll be Liam versus Quio in the mid lane. Last time Quio was mid lane, I think that was the Xerath game, where we had the one and only FF, because Quio was just dominating that game, making plays all around the map. I'm not sure he'll be able to do the same thing in this game, because Veigar is definitely more of a scaler, but we will be able to see how this shakes out as we load on to the Rift. On the blue side, we have Jordan's Jorts versus Sammy's Hammies on the red side. On Jordan's Jorts on the blue side, we have Jordan in the top lane, Jason Canto in the jungle, Liam in the mid lane, Hubert and Cobi in the bot lane. For Sammy's Hammies on the red side, we have Bobby in the top lane, Basil in the jungle, Quio in the mid lane, Anthony and Sammy in the bot lane. And look at this level 1 invade, 5-man. They're just... I keep saying pick comp, I keep saying high pick potential, Blitzcrank hook into just instant death, and they know it. It's true from level 1. If hook is available, it is an option. But Sammy's Hammies will be paying a lot of respect to it. They did put down a ward. They must have seen the ward on the get placed on that blue buff brush. And Bobby getting a lot of information as well on the top side, but I'm pretty sure Sammy's Hammies knows that Jason Canto will be starting bot side. Cobi still fishing for something, just in case Basil decides to start blue, but Basil is going to be starting red. And Bobby will be catching Jordan here. Oh my goodness, look at this level 1 Trundle doing so much damage, already taking down to half health. We'll take a third shot as Jordan starts to E. And Cobi is just going for an early hook mid lane. What a menace. And yeah, that will be a bit of early action already. Also worth noting, Jordan taking the Ignite for this lane. Maybe he thinks he can contest against Trundle. I'm not sure if I seriously agree with this, but I always underestimate Mordekaiser's ability to lane 1v1 anyway, so. Oh, as Sam lands the first hook of the game onto Cobi. Cobi flushes back, tries to get the step back on the hook there. Not able to get Sam on their tower. That will be a flash used as Bobby gets level 2. Will start the pillar. Just trying to take this fight onto Jordan. He gets pulled in by Jordan, but Jordan has the ignite and the fadeaway, and he will live with just less than 10 HP. It looked like there was that ignite. Both top laners ignited, but I think the triumph coming through for Mordekaiser was able to let him live just a bit longer and let him out sustain the ignite from Bobby. So both summoners use top lane, but it's all for Jordan's favor. A solo bolo in the top lane as as Bobby tries to take a level 2 fight. Like I said, I always underestimate the damage. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Quio getting beat up a bit, but here comes Basil helping out his man as Liam trying to cut this one out. We'll have to flash away from the Veigar W. So flash expended mid lane. Basil being able to bail out Quio in this early game. Quio will definitely struggle, I think, because Veigar is not as strong of a laner as Ahri is. But Cobi lands a hook back onto Sam. And Anthony and Hubert trading autos. Anthony and Hubert at this point have faced off in bot lane so many times now. They're definitely the hallmark ADCs of HLCS so far. Cobi tries to go for a Hex Flash hook, but all you can find is a minion. Meanwhile, looks like Jason Canto will take his first base, as Basil still hasn't taken his. Will be a pickaxe for Rengar. I like this Bramble Vest start from Jordan. Will help him a bit to combat the sustain in lane from the Trundle passive. And Cobi finds a hook onto Sam, but it's just as Basil arrives, Sam gets a hook back. Cobi has no mana, he has no flash either, and the damage is good. Anthony will be able to collect a kill onto Cobi there. So 1 kill back over to Sammy's Hammies off of the hook of Sam. Definitely a bit of an unlucky timing there from Cobi going for the hook. The thing about these hook matchups is that you hook one, but you get hooked right back, and here comes Jason Canto going for a gank himself. Sam flashes away, but Jason Canto will flash back. Anthony also flashing away for his life. Jason Canto able to turn the play around as Sam, a bit overextended there, gets jumped on by Rengar from the bush, from the lane bush. Nice lane gank there from Jason Canto. So 1 kill back over to Jordan's Jorts. As Jordan, with the Jorts in top lane, finding the E onto Bobby there. No ultimates yet on the board. As Sam finds the hook onto Jason Canto. Jason Canto staying a bit too long, and will he find a kill onto Anthony? Anthony does die. The spell shield doesn't mitigate that jump damage, so it will be a 1-for-1. That's so unfortunate. It has to be a bit frustrating for the Sammy's Hammies. That was definitely a free kill. But unfortunately, just not respecting the Rengar damage there. That early pickaxe was all the difference, actually, from Jason Canto. So, well played to the jungler of Jordan's Jorts. But, to be honest, Sammy's Hammies have the scaling factor. They have Kindred and Veigar and Trundle. It'll be very difficult if this game goes on too long. I would not say Jordan's Jorts has enough of a lead yet to really chill out. They have to keep the pressure on. They have to keep trying to. They have to get more of a lead. Otherwise, Sammy's Hammies are just going to be able to outscale. I'm still curious if because I definitely think Bobby's got to go for a split pushing kind of build. So I'm curious how Jordan's Jorts will be able to respond to that, because if you remember from last time Bobby was playing, he was playing Victor, and he was just split pushing, albeit with Garen, Cobi's Garen in the opposite lane. But just the split pushing tech is just really hard to counter if you're not coordinated and if you don't have the team comp for it. I do think Jordan's Jorts does have the team comp for it though. They definitely have way more tools to start a fight. not necessarily engage, but pick potential as Charm lands onto Quio. Jason Canto thinking of coming in, but Quio a little too far under tower. Jason Canto will just go for invade. Basil sees the war, gets spotted out, and Jason Canto will leap and get smite away the red buff from Basil. Basil tries to flash away, but he just gets jumped on by Rengar. Oh my goodness, Sammy's Hammies regretting not banning Rengar. It's not even Jordan's Rengar, but Rengar in general is just a difficult champion to play against in these early levels. Just so many dashes in the jungle as well. Unfortunate for Basil. This is exactly what I was talking about when you need to extend the lead. And Sam finds a hook onto Cobi, pops the passive shield. It's a lot of good damage here. Hubert trading some autos back, but it's not going to compare to the amount of damage that they've sustained from this bot lane. He does have the killer instinct, but that's not going to be enough to try and take a 2v2 fight. But maybe it will save his life. Does have both of his summoners as well. As Jordan finds the pullback onto Bobby. Bobby getting jumped on by Jason Canto. Jason Canto getting another kill for himself as Cobi hooks Sam on the tower. He gets the ignite. One more auto from Hubert will get Sammy Yoon. Oh my goodness. It's phenomenal. And the killer instinct, like I said, the killer instinct was the difference maker there. Hubert able to give himself the shield to win the 1v1 against Anthony there. But here comes Basil. I don't think Basil will be able to get this fight though. It's low health bars for Hubert and Cobi, but Basil definitely doesn't have a way to close the gap there. So this lead definitely extending here for Jordan's Jorts, as Jordan pinging assistance in the top lane as he's just getting smacked down by Trundle. But Jason Canto is taking the Rift Herald. Bobby recognizes this, has to back away, doesn't want to give over another kill. And nice vault to the side by Basil. As Cobi overextending a little bit, trying to find one last hook onto Basil before backing, but Anthony and Sam are back in time, so they will be able to get the compensation prize. But still, a huge lead for Jordan's Jorts. Jason Canto 4-1 on the Rengar, so strong, being able to do so much for his team, getting the first Rift Herald as well, helping out his top laner. This is the kind of oh wait, hold on, as Jason Canto doing it again, going for the wait, but Bobby is gonna go 1v2 on this Trundle. Will he be able to win this? It's a DPS fight versus Mordekaiser. He wins. He gets the double kill in the top lane just like that. I was just about to say Jason Canto doing so much to try and suppress Bobby in this top lane, but hold on, we have more action in the mid lane as Quio flashes forward with the cage. He traps Liam, and Sam also flashing in with a Nautilus, making sure that they secure that kill in the mid lane right after taking Drake. Basil also stealing away the red buff. It's coming up good for Sammy's Hammies. They've turned it around so quickly in just a few seconds, really. Man, I was about to say so much about how, like, you know, Bobby, one way you can counter split pushing is to make sure he never comes online. But hold on. There's too much going on. Jason Canto going on the hunt, looking for Basil here. Basil will use the Lamb's Respite, but it's not going to be enough. He only survives for a few more seconds. In fact, I think he just feeds the kill over to Liam in the mid lane. So gives a kill back over after taking that Drake. A buff transfer complete as well, unfortunately, for Quio, as he teleports back into a charm. But yeah, things have shifted so much. I feel like Bobby is not even that far behind. Up so much CS on this Mordekaiser, and if Jordan doesn't keep getting the jungle attention, but hold on, wait, charm lands from Liam. He uses the Spirit Rush to try and do a bit more damage onto Q. One more Q, but he doesn't hit the first one. He only hits the second one, but he flash charms. That's good. He gets a solo kill in the mid lane. Phenomenal by Liam in the mid lane. And wow, Quio ankles broken a bit there. Definitely not fair when you're playing Veigar versus Ahri, but still. As hold on, Anthony definitely knew Rengar was there as he flashes back. Sam trying to pull one back under tower, trying to do his best Cobi impression, but it's not gonna work out in his favor. Hubert will just kill him under his own tower. So good awareness there from Anthony and a good attempt there from Sam, but it's not gonna be enough. And yeah, they have vision in that push. So Anthony knows not to try and contest this farm. He will just back away all the way to his tier 2. He's too scared of Jason Canto jumping on him. As Basil going for the invade actually gets pulled over the wall by Mordekaiser away from the Everfrost and Charm by Liam. It was a bit of an anti-synergy there. But it's okay. I mean, Basil still flashes away. But hold on. Bobby to gang 2v1 in the top lane again. We'll just back away this time. We'll pay some respect to Liam's Ahri. Because one of the most crippling things on Trundle is when you can't auto attack anymore, you can't Q anymore. And being hit by that charm, getting kited out with the Everfrost will be able to just negate so much of his damage just by not being in range of his club. So Liam definitely could be an answer later in the game. But Bobby already taking the first turret. I didn't even notice that, by the way. Was able to get the first turret after that double kill, I believe, with the Triforce. And yeah, I think it's just going to be a split pushing game for Bobby in the top lane. As Liam might be getting collapsed on, but while that's happening, Bobby is smacking down Jordan. But here comes Jason Canto on the hunt. Another 2v1 situation. Well, I don't think he'll be able to win this time unless he gets one. He at least trades 1 for 1. He gets Jason Canto at the end. Jordan doesn't use the Death Realm in time. I mean, he does at the end, but like not before Bobby is able to trade one last club, one last bonk onto Jason Canto there. Jason Canto dying 3 times since having a spectacular early game. A bit unfortunate. I think he's quickly realizing that he and Jordan are not enough to try and suppress this Trundle. And Bobby definitely becoming a bit of a problem in the top lane. Meanwhile, both Everfrosts used by the mid laners. Both nicely sidestepped. Good trades coming back and forth. Quio being able to fight back a bit in this mid game. Level 11 on the Veigar, has the Mythic as well. We'll be buying a Merc Treads on top of that as he teleports back to lane as we expect the Drake to be spawning just about now. Let's see if Jason Canto will be ganking bot for this lane prio, but Bobby just applying so much pressure here. Liam going for the deep teleport top lane while Drake is spawning. Should be 2 plays happening across the map, and we're just looking at Trundle beat up Jordan. But here comes the big team fighting the bot lane. A nice hook from Sam onto Hubert will just be everything. There's just not even an attempt. Jason Canto running for the hills. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Bobby going for another 2v1. This time with Liam instead of Jason Canto. But will he be able to get out? The Hull Breaker providing so much resistance. The pillar! It's so annoying from Bobby. Doesn't get the kill onto Jordan, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't give up his life either. Able to apply so much pressure, drawing Liam's teleport away from that Drake fight. But we can't also discredit Sammy Yoon finding the most important dredge line onto Hubert in the beginning of that fight there. Just immediately bursted out by Sammy's Hammies. And Jason Canto doesn't even try to, like, Jason Canto and Cobi don't even try to retaliate. I think Cobi just died as well. I wasn't even paying attention because we turned our attention quickly to top lane. Jordan's Jorts are up in kills, but the gold is in Hammies' favor, as well as the Drake control. 2 Drakes to 1. It will be a Mountain Rift, which is just what the doctor ordered, to be honest, for Sammy's Hammies. When you have so much burst and so much pick potential on Jordan's Jorts with the Rengar, the Ahri Charm, Kaisa, Blitzcrank, you're gonna want those resistances. You're gonna want that Mountain Soul Shield for when those picks do happen. And Bobby is just gonna eat the tower in Liam's face. No one can answer this Trundle silently, but hold on. Jason Canto jumps onto Quio, but Quio flashes back. Basil pops the Kindred ultimate. Will be able to survive a bit longer. Will they be able to get? Oh, Quio finds the ultimate onto Jason Canto there, but Hubert and the rest of his team arrive. Will be able to clean up Quio and Basil as well. Anthony and Liam are. Anthony and Sam are there, but Bobby is just eating this tower, just paying zero respect to Liam. Liam will kill him for free as he tries to take the inhib. Meanwhile, Sam and Anthony in a 2v2 in the mid lane against Jordan and Cobi. But wait, the Death Realm is just leaving Anthony to be able to hit Cobi for free. But Sam, will he be able to survive long enough? He will. He won't be able to give the stats over to Jordan, but Jordan trying to get one more kill onto Anthony. Anthony trying to kite this back. One more hook by Cobi. Cobi takes a tower shot. He doesn't die. But Anthony survives with just a little bit of health. The ignite, not quite enough from Jordan. And so much is going on. I am so happy this game. I love games where there's just a lot going on. And yeah, we did not pay enough attention to how much disrespect Bobby was giving there to Liam, just trying to take the tower in front of Liam, just taking a shower in turret shots. Quio gang jumped on by Jason Canto, but will not panic. He doesn't even have flash, so he can't flash panic anyway. We'll just put the cage around himself and walk away. Does get chunked out to half health though. Will not be able to push out this lane very far, but he doesn't have to. Decides to back now. It seems like they're going to decide that Liam is the best person to try and stop Bobby in the side lane, but I don't know if that's true. I mean, we literally just saw Bobby eat a tower in front of his face, but hold on, Cobi, a nice hook onto the ADC, and meanwhile, Quio gang tower dove in the bot lane by Jason Canto and Jordan. But yeah, Cobi, he said, if you hook my ADC, I'll hook yours. And he gets a shutdown for Hubert in the mid lane onto Anthony. And so yeah, getting gold back in the pockets of Jordan's Jorts. Cobi looking for another hook.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
But not gonna get anything. But yes, Bobby will just be trying to take these towers. Liam has decent wave clear, but I don't think it's enough. He just takes it. It's not fair. Bobby, like, oh wait, hold on. Cobi, flash hook onto Sam, but here comes Basil and Anthony. Here comes the damage. 2 ADCs versus 1. That's easy math. Hubert goes down. They're not gonna be able to find Cobi though. It's a 1-for-1 ADC for support. They'll take that. Meanwhile, they're taking Trundle, teleporting in mid lane. Cobi hooks him on the tower. A charm is good too, but Bobby will just walk away. And I think Bobby's just going to try and auto this turret to death in front of 2 people. No, make it 3. He sidesteps the hook as well. I think, will he die here? He's actually healing a decent amount, but no, he will just die. Sammy's deciding it's not worth it, especially before this Drake. The soul point could be worth so much to them. Especially, like I said, the resistances from the Mountain Drake could do a lot for the rest of the game. Rengar, Blitzcrank, Kaisa, so much burst. Ahri. But yeah, actually Hubert not opting to go for the more lethality-based build by Kaisa, instead opting for the Void Quick Blades and Kraken Slayer. Now, I have no idea what's actually better. I'm just saying what I've been seeing. So, no shade to Hubert. I literally don't know what's better. So, seems he's working well enough though. Is 6-3 on the Kaisa. Liam 4-1, Jordan 4-1. The KDAs look good from Jordan's Jorts, and they get the Drake as well. But why does it feel like it is so losable? And you know what? I have the answer. It's because Bobby is just split pushing incessantly on this Trundle. I mean, there's no more tier 2s for him to take besides mid lane though, so maybe this could be a shift in the tides in favor of Jordan's Jorts. As Bobby running out of towers to eat. That gold injection might just be running out for Sammy's Hammies. And I don't know if they're at that critical mass of finding the of outscaling. Basil has 5 marks on Kindred, so he does have the initial range buff, but definitely not as fed as he was last time he pulled out Kindred. And another 2v1 in the bot lane. This time it's Jordan and Hubert, but making it a 3v1 as Cobi arrives, but it doesn't matter. It's too late. Hubert will just die. Liam pinging the Mordekaiser ultimate, but I don't think it would have actually done anything. Like, he needed Hubert to try and deal that damage. And yeah, even with Hubert there, your ADC just free firing onto Trundle. Bobby still finds the kill onto Jordan. It's just so unfun for him. And Cobi looks for a hook, but won't find it. Sam finds it onto him instead. And Anthony will be able to collect that onto Cobi. Sam goes for a flash hook, misses onto Hubert, but they will just be able to auto-attack Jason Canto, root him up. And that will be collected by Basil, as the 4 members of Sammy's Hammies going towards the Baron. Bobby was dead, but now alive, running to the Baron as well to support his team. Their health bars are looking a bit low. Anthony is actually tanking up. He might. Oh no, he's fine. The honey fruit will keep him alive, but health bars are low. I think they should be able to get the Drake. Jason Canto is not here, but it's about the team fight that ensues afterwards. Liam looking to see if maybe he can pick someone off, but I think he is dissuaded. Doesn't have any vision in that river. Look at all the wards from Sammy's Hammies, just controlling so much of the river. That's the Sammy Yoon difference, I guess. Highest vision score in the league, and Wusung's not even there to try and like keep up. But yes, Baron buff for Sammy's Hammies. This will be so annoying to for Jordan's Jorts to try and deal with Bobby. You know, I'll be the one to say it. I would love to see Bobby do something else besides split push. That's not true. We literally saw him in game 1 on Quinn, making plays around the map. It was fine. But nah, it's fine. As Jordan will be, not Jordan, Jason Canto will be jumping on Quio. Quio tries to trap him in the cage, but Jason Canto will just flash out. This is a bit awkward though. There's no bushes for him to jump on. Quio able to cut it out a bit. He uses the ultimate onto a ward. He gets stunned up. He gets stunned up by the cage. But Quio, will he be able to survive? Nope. One more jump, and that's good. But wait, there's 4 people. 4 people on Bobby, and Bobby still kills Jordan. It is so annoying for Jordan's Jorts. And Sam will be able to dredge line away, but it's not. The Blitzcrank hook will actually secure the kill there, as Hubert flashes after Anthony and uses the kill instinct as well. But the Sivir ultimate just has too much movement speed. They will be able to run away from Ahri and Blitzcrank and Kaisa. Hubert using the flash and the ultimate to try and chase there, but he's just too fast with the ultimate and the ghost as well. So Anthony able to make a daring escape as they take down the tier 2 with the Baron buff. And so yeah, I mean, look at the kills. They have Jordan's Jorts have so many more kills than Sammy's Hammies, but the gold lead is not in their favor. It hasn't been in their favor for quite some time, despite having the kill lead this entire time. So yeah, Bobby definitely just making it very difficult for Jordan's Jorts to try and operate their team comp. You know, they want to try to burst people out, get the picks, get people isolated, and, you know, seems simple enough, right? You have a pick comp. You have one person that's dedicating his entire game to being alone. So surely it makes sense to pick off the one guy that's alone. But no, it's been like 4 or 5 times they keep doing this, and Bobby just keeps coming out on top. As Sammy's Hammies will be going for the Drake. Jason Kindred tries to go for a steal, but will not be able to do it. Quio using the ultimate to collect that up. Meanwhile, Bobby is 2v1 in the base, taking a Nexus turret. won't be able to get it. He got the top inhib, but won't be able to find the next turn. Meanwhile, the rest of Jordan's Jorts trying to fight this Drake. Jordan will go down. I mean, not the rest of Jordan's Jorts. It's just Jordan himself. He put I think he put Anthony into the Death Realm, but he couldn't quite kill him there. Yeah. This Trundle in the side lane, very difficult for Jordan's Jorts to deal with. And not the mid-set, not the mid-game advice from Bobby. As wait, Cobi finds a hook onto Basil, and Hubert will collect the shutdown. That's actually pretty huge. A nice pick from Cobi. I mean, he can keep finding these hooks. They can keep finding these kills, but it's not going to stop Bobby from teleporting into the side lane and continuing to beat down your base. And yeah, it's just again 2v1, just taking the bot in him. Go ahead, take the bot. Yeah, just taking the bot in him. There's 4 people here. Okay, one more auto attack, and he would have gotten that bot in him, but no. Hubert able to secure the kill onto Trundle there. Another game where Hubert is just doing really well KDA wise and just gameplay wise, but is just thwarted once again by split pushing Bobby. Last time it was him on Xayah just blasting Cobi and Anthony and Bosley in the bot lane, but this time he wasn't winning against Anthony and Sam like he was in last game, but definitely performing well on the Kai'Sa. But again, Bobby in the side lane, it's just all about him. He's warping the game into Sammy's Hammy's favor. This is when I guess it would have been nice to have a Garen. Maybe the Garen could contest against Trundle. I don't know. I don't have the answer. I'm just the caster. I just say what I'm seeing. And what I'm seeing is complete domination in the side lanes from Bobby. Not even like you need to pull up the entire team to try and even make it worth like not 1-for-1. But even that statement's just like not true. Like look, everyone on Jordan's Jorts is going towards Bobby right now to go get him in isolation. But look at Sammy's Hammies. They're just taking the Baron for free. This game is just they're just getting choked out once again by Bobby and the rest of his team. And yeah, like I said, Sammy's Hammies definitely outscales Quio and Basil, definitely online, having three items each. I didn't actually realize, but Quio has the Frozen Heart on Veigar to help with his Rengar, as well as, you know, the Archangel Staff to make the mana items more cost efficient, or more gold efficient, right? And yeah, I think this is going to end up being the last push of the game. Waves are synced. As one last fight, let's see. Quio's in the death realm. Sam finds a hook onto Jason Canto. Anthony free firing from the backline. Cobi goes for a hook for himself, but it will just will just flash away. Hubert uses the killer instinct in, but the Basil uses the Kindred to stop so many people from dying from both his team and their team alike. But it's just 3 over. But in favor of Sammy's Hammies, it's just Jason Canto and Liam left alive. But they're all the way in the mid lane, while the rest of Sammy's Hammies just beat down the Nexus. And yeah, that is just like, I am convinced that almost everyone on Jordan's Jorts probably has a better like fantasy score, but yeah, Sammy's Hammies just playing the map, really leaning into the split pushing tech from Bobby's Trundle, was able to secure them the victory. It's just so hard to do anything when you constantly have to deal with a threat in the side lane. And yeah, just goes to show fantasy score isn't everything. We like to keep track of it. We like to report it and stuff like that. But not everything is seen through the numbers. You have to see the game. You must witness this kind of dominance. And yeah, game 1. We'll go over to Sammy's Hammies. We'll see what's in store for game 2.